Chelsea is a Zionist. I'm not saying that's good or bad. Speaking of dead kids, she's a big fan of abortions. Chelsea's been scraped more times than the grill at Benihana. Speaking of tossing tiny shrimp into a child's mouth, Chelsea Handler went to dinner at Jeffrey Epstein's house in 2010. It's just a fun one. You can look it up. There's articles. It wasn't like a big party. There was like 7 people there. And it was like Prince Andrew and Woody Allen were there.
So I got to be honest. I was watching the Kevin Hart Roast, and I noticed that Shane Gillis introduced Chelsea Handler, and the points he makes, they don't seem kind of in the spirit of roasting and just getting the best dig necessarily. They seem like personal jabs. Like he seemed like he is angry or has some sort of vitriol towards Chelsea Handler. Like this is a vengeance type reaction from him. And to me, that's not in the spirit of roasting and what it should be.
Now that your favorite leader is making the draft mandatory, I assume that all of you will be signing up to go fight in Iran. Or do you tough talking pussies only go to the Middle East for comedy festivals?
When Chelsea Handler was introduced by Shane and she comes out, I feel like her jokes were still, there was something, I don't know, professional. There was a level of professionalism to them and to her jabs that she makes, which are on point, 100% true. We could back it up all day and night long. Everything she says is true about Tony Hinchcliffe, about Shane Gillis, about that crowd. She is 100% right. Whereas Shane's were more personal attacks on Chelsea and were more things that don't represent at all the truth, like saying she's so yay abortion just because she's pro women's choice and women's rights. That doesn't mean she's saying that it's a positive thing to have 100 abortions. And even if she was, that's still a really, really low, shitty joke for him to make on such a large platform when women's rights have been eradicated. It's kind of sickening to come from Shane, really. But I do feel like her jokes were lighthearted jabs, more so. They weren't coming from a place of passive aggressiveness. They were just, what's the hardest punchline here based on what we can all see with our own eyes? And then his other remark about Chelsea being a Zionist, it just felt personal and it felt vengeful in a way. I don't know how to even explain it. Like he had personal hatred towards her. And to be fair, she is just trying to separate her support because she also says she is 100% in support of Palestine and is 100% against Hamas, just to be stated. So he's kind of also purposely trying to label her as something that collectively society doesn't like right now and is not in the favor of, obviously, Zionism. So I felt that was kind of disingenuous of him. Then he also attacks her for going to the Epstein party, which 100% fair enough. He should call that out. What the fuck is up with that? But I did feel, again, it came from a disingenuous place when he tried to point out all the specific details about that dinner, which she has publicly stated and talked about it in articles. So I don't think he's getting one over on her when he says, you can look it up. These facts, they're there. It's like, yeah, we know that because she's talked about it on podcasts. She's spoken about it and how weird it was and how crazy it was. And the fact is she only went that one time. So clearly, doesn't that indicate to you that she did feel something was weird going on and she never went back? Why are you okay with being friends with Joe Rogan, who is besties with Trump, who went back trillions of times, and you're not calling that out and you don't think that's BS? So I don't know. I just felt like Shane came from a place of hate and Chelsea came from a place of truth to power and calling out bullshit that's going on in our comedy community that none of us are talking about. And it's the sickening level of misogyny, racism, bigotry, transphobia, all of this stuff, it's become an epidemic, and it is stemming from the Rogan sphere and comics, unfortunately, that we all love, but are a part of the problem, like Shane Gillis. Anyways, I just expected a little better from Shane. I didn't want to feel like he was vindictive in any of his roast speeches, and this felt aggressive from him, angry from him, and it seemed like a man who is insecure lashing out at something, and it just feels like, why, what did she do exactly? So that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching.
Chelsea is a Zionist.
I assume that all of you will be signing up to go fight in Iran.
Speaking of dead kids, she's a big fan of abortions.
Or do you talking pussies
Speaking of tossing tiny shrimp into a child's mouth,
only go to the Middle East for comedy festivals?
it's just a fun one.